What up, what up, what up?
What's up?
How's it going, Tomboy?
All right, how are you?
Good. What's shaking? Anything new? How was your weekend?
Weekend was good, very tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, went out for a friend's birthday and got home super late. I know.
Like past bar closing?
Well, yeah, but then with daylight savings time kicked in.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Oh, yeah. So what? 3 o'clock turned into 4 o'clock when I got home. And then, yeah, it was fun for a while, and then had to be the DD that night. So
Yikes.
yeah.
Oh, well, it's for your friend's
birthday.
friend's birthday?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Well, that's sweet of you.
yeah, well, so somebody got sick in the car.
Uh-oh. They puke in your car?
They did, but I was smart enough to see that, like, foresee it all coming. So I gave her a bag, and it made it all in the bag. So I'm like, thank you.
So nothing in the car?
Nothing in the car, thank God.
Nice.
Although
that's scary.
my buddy texted me like 7 a.m. the next day. I'm like, dude, I went to bed 3 hours ago. Fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I don't care right now.
No, I don't
But
care.
I'm even looking at my car. Fuck off. Yeah,
Sleep is the only thing that matters right now.
Yeah, slept all day, but then of course I'm up all night because slept all day, and then the whole daylight savings like throws you all off. And I don't even know what day it is or what time it is.
Right? Yeah, it's fucking.
So I just drank a Red Bull on the way here. I'm like, I'm gonna be fucked tonight. Hopefully not, but like hopefully I'm just tired enough to just get me through and pass out. How about you? Did you do anything fun this weekend?
Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess let's see. Well, we did have that little crossover sesh with Ineffably Sublime.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun with those dudes and gal.
Yeah.
So you guys can look forward to that. We're gonna have them on here shortly. I think we're gonna be dropping those episodes probably like early April.
Yeah.
So we'll probably
next week, the week after.
Yeah,
So I think,
somewhere in there. So we'll give you guys a heads up to go and check out their podcast if you haven't done that already. But you get to listen to yours truly.
Yeah.
Tomboy and I to be on their podcast and all the fun shenanigans and what have yous that went down.
Hell yeah. It was fun, real fun.
Yeah. So thanks, guys, for having us on. Besides that, Jess made a fucking beef Wellington yesterday.
I think you know what? I did see a picture of that, and it looked
Yeah.
fucking delicious.
Oh, baby girl.
I was kind of jealous. I was like,
oh, baby girl.
oh, you got some more?
Yeah. I wish. I mean,
don't worry about it. Was that good? Just finish
Yeah,
it all.
it was so good. It came out fucking perfect. It's the first time, and that's kind of like a pain in the ass thing. There's like
Is it really?
20 fucking steps you got to do just to.
I would have written it down. I'm like, nope, next.
Oh, it's just a billion things to do, and then you got to put like the meat in the fridge, and things got to be wrapped with other meats and pastries, and then you got to make sure it's cooked at the right temp and in for only so long.
No.
But it was fucking wonderful. It was so good.
That's sweet.
So yeah, that
Hell
kicked a
yeah.
lot of ass. Besides that, I guess that's kind of it, my guy.
Yeah.
So Tomboy and I were talking about some video games here recently, and we thought this would be kind of fun, something we haven't done yet.
Yeah, I don't think we have. Maybe a
no.
little bit in the 90s, but like very,
Yeah.
like just surface level.
Yeah, just barely. Yeah, just kind of. So we thought this would be kind of fun. We're gonna do different episodes with different systems,
Yeah.
and I think today we're gonna start off with some Nintendo.
Let's blow those cartridges.
Yeah, you gotta blow those things so good.
It's the only way to make it work. But only like it won't work if you do it, but if I do it, it'll work.
Oh, of course, 100%.
No, this is how you do it.
And then also, did you have to like when you pushed the cartridge down and like you pushed it on, still wasn't do up? Did you ever like try to shift the game like
Every once in a
like
while.
left and right to see like, oh, maybe if I move it a certain way,
You gotta
maybe
hit it in the
that'll
right
work.
spot.
Yeah. Then you hit the reset button. You're like, it's working.
Yeah.
Do you think that? Go
Kids
on.
these days don't understand.
No, they just don't. Do you think that blowing in those cartridges were actually doing
I
anything?
think technically somebody said that did. Like it was like Mythbusters or some shit like that said like that it actually did work.
Okay.
Because what it's doing is just blowing out the dust that's
Right.
inside the cartridge. But like some people are also just spitting as they did it.
Yeah.
So it's not
Really
like,
bad blowers.
Yeah,
Or
no.
it could be good.
well, okay. The wrong kind of blowing.
Yeah. And then there's also like the Q-tip trick. Did you ever?
Yeah, they sell kits for that shit and everything like
Yeah.
that. They sell everything for that.
I remember trying that too as a kid, using like a Q-tip to like try to rub all the dust
Yeah.
off from inside there.
Never really worked.
Yeah, don't really know if any of it actually worked. If it was just a thing in the '90s growing up with,
Yeah.
and just it sometimes worked and just led us all to believe that that's just how it is.
Yeah,
That's how it
exactly.
works. Are you playing through anything right now?
I'm playing through a couple things right now.
What are you playing on?
PlayStation
Okay.
mostly, and then Nintendo Switch.
Okay. Are you PS5 or 4 still?
I have PS5. And
Okay.
I also have a PS4 and a 3 and a.
Yeah, I was a PlayStation guy.
I have them all.
I'm not an Xbox person.
Yeah, but PlayStation 5 can pretty much has everything on the console. Like when I buy a game, it says you want the PS4 version or the PS5 version.
Oh, sick. Okay, so it's kind of backwards compatible a little bit.
Now it is. Yeah, this is the first one that is backwards compatible.
Nice, nice.
Except for like PS3 ones, like you can pay for the big PlayStation Plus thing that you can play all the games. But PS3, you get to stream all those games,
Okay.
which works sometimes, and sometimes it just lags. It's like,
Damn, that blows.
I was playing like the original God of War on PS3, and I was
Dude,
like,
hell yeah.
but I just kept falling because it's like the controls were off. I'm like, the emulators suck.
Damn.
Because it's like even on the Nintendo Switch, you can do that with like all the old games, like Super Nintendo, Nintendo
Sick.
64. all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But it's like I was playing, I think Zelda on 64, and I got 5 minutes into it, and they're like, "Here, hit the Z button, like that back button."
Yeah.
There is no Z button.
Yeah, of course.
It's an emulator now.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm like, well, I'm not playing this game anymore.
They don't even have. They didn't even try to substitute a
I
button
don't-
somewhere.
I don't know, unless I bought like the $60 controller for it. I'm like,
Gotcha.
it is not worth my
No,
time.
definitely not.
Didn't play before. I'm good with it right now.
So what are you actually playing through right now?
Let's see. There's apparently a crappy game that I'm playing. It's the Suicide Squad game.
Like kind of off like the comic Marvel stuff or
It
whatever?
came off of like the Batman Arkham game. Like
Okay.
it's kind of a continuation of that. It got real bad reviews, but it's also like what they call looter shooters now. Basically, like it's just a cash grab.
Okay.
They're like, here, if you want the sweet gun, you got to pay for it.
Oh
And I'm
yeah.
like, I just want to play through the story. It's free, and the PlayStation. So I'm like, all right, cool. Just knock it out.
Is it fun?
It's all right. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not that bad.
Sometimes you get through some games and you're just like, I just want this to be over. I just want to beat it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Sometimes I'm just playing through story mode. I put it up baby mode, and just fucking just beat it through. It's like cool. I don't care about doing all the collectibles in this one.
Yeah.
Just beat the story and move on to the next one. How about you? You play anything?
I basically use my PS4 as like a DVD player right
Okay.
now. Up in the bedroom, but I play everything on Steam basically.
Oh,
now.
nice.
Got a Steam Deck, so it's great for traveling, like
Oh,
the plane rides and whatnots. I play Binding of Isaac all the time.
Yeah.
But I've also been playing Deep Rock Survivor.
Never heard of that one.
My buddy just introduced this to me a couple weeks ago, and it's definitely easy to get fucking hooked. But you're basically you pick like your character and a few things, and then you basically the spaceship like drops you off in like this cave, and you have like these like creatures and bugs that are kind of trying to get to you, and you have to like dig through rocks and like
Okay.
you're like collecting money, and then you're upgrading weapons and you're leveling up. It's hard to explain, but it's
That's
pretty
cool.
fun. Yeah. There's a lot of games that I would buy and I'd quit playing because I really hate this new genre of games where when you die, you like lose all of your shit in like where you died, and then you have to like go back and collect all your stuff and then try to like
Well, not
Get through
to harp too much, but that's how it was back in the day. You know, you died, you had to start all over.
yeah, no, I mean you're right. I mean we're about to dive into this
Yeah.
all this Nintendo shit. I know, but it's just like it is. God damn it, is it fucking frustrating?
Oh yeah, I understand.
There's so many games.
Dude,
that I
there's so
started
many games I'll put down if I just get frustrated, die too many times, and like I know what I'm doing, I know how to do it. It's just not working,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know what? Fuck this game. It wasn't that good.
No. Yeah. I can't.
And I was like, I'll come back to it, and then I never do.
Yep. I've done that a whole bunch. I can't. I don't know. Maybe just because I'm scarred from all of these Nintendo games of that shit happening. Like you just lose everything.
Yeah.
But at least for like Nintendo, when you died, yeah, you lost everything, which is also shitty. But like, it's not as not complicated. It's not the right word. What's the word here? It's just not so like involved as the games are now.
Yeah, it was
you know?
point A to point B
Yeah,
to point C, and
right.
finish the level.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, oh yeah, I caught this guy, did that thing,
The open maps and so many
just get
different
that
things. It's
trophy
just a
or
whole
achievement or
fucking
whatever.
thing.
Yeah.
I just fucking hate those games.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of it right there. Um, so before, so I have a list here, which was the best top 25
Okay.
Nintendo games
Hell yeah.
from late 80s, early 90s, or so forth through there. Is there any like specific game that you like really loved for Nintendo?
All right. So I had a weird growing up with video games. Basically, I have 3 younger siblings. I'm the oldest, and when my dad would let me rent the game or whatever, it had to be appropriate, and everybody had to agree on it.
Oh yeah.
So my baby sister, who is like almost 8 years younger than me, has to agree with what I want to play.
Ugh.
And it's because as an adult, I get it. No fighting, especially back then when it was like you only had like a TV, maybe 2.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, if you're gonna play games, everybody's gonna play. Everybody's gonna get a turn.
Yep.
It's like, okay, cool, you died.
Yep.
It's like, so it had to be appropriate. So like, I missed out a lot of old games based off of that.
Damn.
But I mean, I've kind of known and gone back and played old ones eventually. But,
Yeah, as you get older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't really have one that really stood out to me. I mean, outside of like Mario and having a sleepover, I think one night we beat the Ninja Turtles game.
Dude, the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on
But
that.
it took us like 5 of us to beat it.
Oh yeah.
And it took all night to beat it.
Dude, that game is definitely like one of like the fucking hardest games. I don't think I ever beat it.
No.
I think I watched Moldavort play through and beat it, but dude, when you get into like that water level is such a pain in the ass.
Mhm.
And I feel like you lose so many lives and continues because back at Nintendo, you only had like a couple continues you got to use for the whole game. And then like once those are done, then like that's it. You're done.
Was Game Genie for Nintendo
Yeah.
or is it for Super Nintendo?
No, that Game Genie was for regular Nintendo.
Okay, because that was the thing that saves everybody. And that's the only way we did
yeah.
it was Game Genie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you had to like find the like million lives or like unlimited lives. and it's like,
Yeah.
that's the only way you can beat it.
Gosh, I forgot about Game Genie. Yeah, we had one of those.
Yeah.
And like we had like the book too. Yeah, just you type in this code or whatever, like the passwords. And
Yeah.
then,
That
God, that was
saved
so
everybody's
cool.
lives back
Yeah.
in the day. 'Cause nobody would beat a video game without it.
Dude,
for
if
the
I
most
could
part.
find a fucking Game Genie, I would buy one.
Now we have the internet to tell us like, all right, this is how you beat it.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
I mean, to look up the codes, though, but you need the actual thing to plug the game into. Because I still have. Oh wait, Moldivort's the one that had Nintendo. I still have my Super and my Sega, and I have like
Okay.
a shit ton of games. But I think they had a Game Genie for Super also, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
If they had it for Sega, they had it for Super.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember if it went to the original Nintendo.
Yeah,
or
it
not.
definitely was on the original for sure. Yeah. Yeah, dude, the Turtles game was fucking impossible.
Mhm.
I guess unless you're cheating. But that's what it was for.
Hey, that's what you get.
Yeah, that's what you had to do back in the day. Well, I'm gonna work down the list here. So,
Okay.
number 25, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Did you play through this one?
I did not. Did you?
Yeah. In fact, I just replayed it a couple months ago and finally beat it for the first time.
Nice. Congrats.
You know, I never beat it as a kid because it's way more difficult. Like, it's, obviously still side scroller, but it's one of those where it turns from day to nighttime.
Yeah.
And then when you're walking through the woods, the enemies are okay. They're not that hard during the day, but when it comes to nighttime, they're like harder and they're,
Gotcha.
but like there's so many like secrets into the game. Like there's no fucking way you could beat this game unless you had like the guidebook.
Oh yeah. Is there a way to spend
Yeah.
another $40 on a guide?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, it tells you like you have to go into like this one building and then you have to get this potion from this guy. Then you got to go to another town. Then you throw this potion on the ground and then the ground disappears and then you walk down these stairs and then you get this other thing and you got to take it to this. It's just like, who
Yeah.
the fuck would have knew this?
I played a bunch of those games. Like it's Castlevania, like where it's like now a genre, its own genre. Of
yeah,
games.
the Castlevania, Metroid.
Yeah, that
style.
kind of style.
I mean, I love those games, but go on.
Yeah, no, I like that kind of style of game now, where it's like, all right, cool. you got to come back and replay the level and now unlock all these other new bullshit.
Uh-huh.
So you got to play it 16 times to
It's fucking
to
finally
unload
get through it.
everything.
Yeah. Okay. Number 24, Blades of Steel. Did you play Blades of Steel?
No, I don't know.
That was a
It
hockey
fun.
game.
Oh, okay.
That game was fun as shit, but that
Hell
would
yeah.
fucking break your thumb.
Oh, I'm sure.
By the time you're done playing like
Is
a
there
game
no
or two of them,
joystick or anything like that? Yeah.
Well,
it's just
it's
the
button-
D-pad and the
yeah, and the A and B button.
A and B button.
Yeah, this would like hurt the shit out of your fingers. Like by the time you played like one game, you got 3 periods done, and you're just like, oh my god, my thumb hurts
That's
so
how, like,
bad.
The Nintendo Switch is. It's so small.
Yeah.
And maybe I just got fat fingers, whatever, but like, it's like, dude, it hurts. Like, I was playing a Mario Kart or something like that, and it's like, dude, my thumbs are just killing me from like one round. I'm like, all right, I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
I can't just sit there and play it all the
Yeah.
time anymore.
Getting sense of skin nowadays.
Wow, it's just so tiny too.
Yeah.
It's just,
Just
sticks in.
jabbing into your
Yeah.
thumb. Got to build some callus in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Blades of Steel was super fun.
That's sweet.
23, Bubble Bobble.
I think I did play this one.
Bubble Bobble was dope. You're like that little dragon, and then you'd have
Yeah.
to spit the bubble to capture the enemies in and like jump on them, and that's what kills them.
Gotcha.
And then it just flips to like the next screen. It's kind of like Pac-Man-ish, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, every game kind of mirrored off something else.
right. Yeah, Bubble Bobble was a lot of fun. And I
Yeah.
think there's like 100 levels or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just-
Get through all that. I think that was a rental, and it's like, all right, well, we're done with this for the weekend.
Mm-hmm. 22, Blaster Master.
Heard of it?
Okay. Blaster Master is another like side scroller, and you're basically kind of like a little vehicle, and you could shoot from it. And then there's certain areas there was like a ladder to go underground or whatever, and you could have your little guy jump out. Just kind of like a side scroller shooter kind of thing.
There's a lot of those back in the day.
Yeah, I mean that's
they
kind
all
of-
look the same,
right, kind of like the main thing. 21, Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link.
I had not played a Zelda game.
I was not a Zelda person really growing up. I
We
remember
just never had it. Yeah.
I mean, I remember playing them like a little bit here and there, but I think I was so caught up in like the other bullshit games,
Yeah.
Turtles, and trying to beat fucking Blaster Master.
Yeah.
Didn't get around to the fucking really getting to the Zelda games. Number 20, Kid Icarus.
Heard of it?
Okay. Oh man, we're already 5 games in here, and you're like, I haven't played any of these.
No, like I said, I was very limited to what I played.
Yeah,
so it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
Mario, couple of the Marios, and like some real dumb games.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of them I'm not gonna.
So there's a good chance I'm gonna run down this list, and you're like,
I'm gonna hit probably like 5.
okay.
But I know of Kid Icarus, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
just later on in life.
Mm-hmm. Kid Icarus is kind of the same deal as like all the rest of them. It's just enemies, like Castlevania style.
Yeah, I remember when
side-scroller.
he showed up in like Smash Brothers or something like that. And, like the Nintendo nerds were freaking out.
Oh, really?
Way back in like the Wii days or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's one I haven't. I've played a few of the Smash Brothers.
Everyone's like, they're like, yeah. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Okay, number 19, the OG Castlevania.
No, I've never played any of them.
You didn't play Castlevania at all either. Okay, I mean, you know Castlevania.
I know,
though, right?
yeah. We
Okay.
were just talking about Castlevania too, so
Yeah.
same thing applies where it's
Yeah, it's just the thing is with Castlevania games, like the second one is definitely different than the first.
okay.
And the thing with the first Castlevania is you start off with a leather whip, okay,
Yeah,
and
sure.
then as you're, I guess you're hitting like candles that are up on the wall,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it'll drop hearts for you. Or there'll be like chain whips, and like there's one stage like you get the first chain whip and it's a little bit longer, and then you get the second one and you have like a full whip.
Oh, so you
It's like
unlock
you're-
that whole area.
You're like max, you usually get it in the first like 5 to 10 candles, and then you like some candles they would drop weapons like a knife, an axe, holy water, let's see, like a boomerang. And
Okay.
these are like ones you'd use. You're collecting hearts. That's like what you used when you use like one of your special weapons, I guess. If you
Oh,
will.
okay. If it fills up,
So yeah, so if you throw a knife, it only costs 1 heart. Right?
Okay.
If you use the axe, it costs 3.
Gotcha.
And then that's kind of it. Side scroller, get to a boss, so forth.
Yeah.
Make your way around the map. It's just that the fucking Medusa heads. And those of you who've played Castlevania, the fucking Medusa heads, they come through the screen like this, and it's always at the most inconvenient time where you have to jump on like across like empty gaps, otherwise you fall down and die, right?
Yeah.
So you're trying to jump across all these things, and these things are coming at you, and if you don't time it right to fucking kill them, it fucking hits you and it knocks you back and fucking fall right in and
Oh yeah.
and then you're like, fuck, gotta start all over again. Real bitch, but it was fun as shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially once they started making them better ones for the future systems, which we'll do that.
Oh yeah, I can't wait till we get to. Like,
oh man,
I have some funny stories about like, the PlayStation.
Okay. Number 18, Super Mario Brothers 2.
The weirdest Super Mario.
It was a very odd.
Because
Super
everybody's like,
Mario.
all right, cool, I like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put this one in. And it's like, what the fuck is this? Who the fuck is Birdo?
Yeah. Did you? I mean, I
only played a little bit of it, but like not. It was never like we beat it. It was just like this is too weird.
Oh yeah, I played a shit ton of it. I actually liked it better than the first one.
I can do that. Yeah.
I liked that you got to choose between Mario, Luigi, Toadstool, and Princess Peach, and they each had like their own like.
Yeah, the princess can jump higher.
She could float. She could
float
fly.
with their little-
Yeah, Toad can jump higher.
Toad can jump higher.
Yeah, and Luigi's got that weird. His legs were like this,
He
but
can
I
kind of float, but
yeah, kind of
in
like a
weird
float
way.
jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought that was like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
With the different little things, you picking up the keys and unlocking the doors. That just felt way more fun than just your regular Mario.
I think that one had like something to do with like it was real popular in Japan, but not in the States
I mean, I believe that
for whatever reason because it's just like just the weirdness of it.
That was
But-
definitely, yeah, that was definitely like the weird one.
Yeah.
And I think you're right though. I think it was like either you liked it or you didn't.
Yeah, most people just I knew didn't like it, but some people like it. I mean, I'm sure we'll get to the other two on the
Yeah,
list.
yeah, I'm sure. Number 17, Ninja Gaiden.
No of it.
Still didn't play this one either.
Nope, like I said,
Okay.
it's very like dumb games that I was playing outside of like Mario and Duck Hunt.
Yeah,
So-
gotcha. Ninja Gaiden was, I mean, obviously they're all side scrollers, but you basically have your blade that you're just cutting through enemies.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you get your specials, and you can like climb fences and bounce back and forth off of walls.
Yeah,
to
it was
get to like
basically
higher points.
that's all a lot of the Nintendo was the side scrollers.
Yeah.
So
But like if you had like you're right here on the ledge and you got to get up here, you can like jump off of this wall, bounce off of it, bounce off
Right.
of this wall to get like all the way up here, which was pretty cool at the time. And also just fucking tough ass bosses. I think that one definitely was one of those tough games. I never beat Ninja Gaiden. That one was
Okay.
fucking tough. That sucked. Number 16, Mega Man 3.
never really played a Mega Man.
No,
No.
I am not a fan of the Mega Man games.
Okay.
Those are
I think
so
it's one of those if
fucking
you're into it,
frustrating.
if you're yeah.
Yeah. Like Moldavort would play the shit out of them. I've watched him beat through, a bunch of them. That just, my brain just, I don't know, does that fucking process fucking Mega Man. It's fucking hard as shit. And I don't know, maybe I just suck at video games when I actually think that I'm pretty good, but Mega Man is so frustrating.
That'll be a tester.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, it's, again, another one of those games that you need to have the game guide for because each boss, like, you can't just beat the boss, like, at a regular thing. Because every time you killed a boss, I think there was 8 or 9 of them, you would get the superpower. So if it's, like, Electro Man, then
You
you
get
would get,
electricity.
you have, like, a special power that's, like, electricity kind of, like, bullets
Gotcha.
and whatnot, and so forth. But the thing is like all of the bosses kind of you can use if you beat the one boss. Let's say if you could beat Electro Man, you need that electricity in order to kill this guy. You know what I mean? Like you can't really beat him unless you have this power. So you have to kind of like You can't just
Go
be
in the right order, yeah.
Yeah, you have to fucking have a superpower in order to
But
fucking kill
once
the
again,
other
you
one.
need a guide to figure that
Yeah,
out.
you need the fucking guide. It's a fucking pain in the ass.
Or
dude.
just it's like we said the other day, one of the other episodes about like the old school rumors. It's like you need somebody who knows somebody, like somebody who had an older brother that played it. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is what you got to do.
Or he played through this, beat it.
Yeah.
Number 15, River City Ransom.
Heard of it, but yeah.
I don't know if I played this. I want to take a look at this. I feel like this was basically like a Double Dragon style game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we got here. River City Ransom. Yeah, it looks like. Oh, you know what? I remember this cover for this video game. And I do kind of remember this. I did play this a little bit. Yeah, it's basically like a Bad Dudes or like a Double Dragon.
Okay.
And then are you seeing it over there?
Yeah.
And then like I remember like when you're hitting them, like the eyeballs would like get big. It was like very animated, like when you're playing through it. Yeah, same idea.
Yeah,
It's like
it
the Double
apparently
Dragon.
mixes basic brawling with comedy to great effect.
Yep.
It's cute visuals and tons of characters. I don't know. Just reading the synopsis.
Let's see here. Okay, number 14, classic Excite Bike.
I did play Excite Bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we tried that for a little bit and then
How much
rental, but
How much do you remember of Excite Bike?
I remember eventually starting to be a pain in the ass. And
Yeah.
so we was like, it's time to return this.
It was tough. I mean, fucking every Nintendo game was fucking hard
I
as
know,
shit.
right? You
had
think it would?
two fucking buttons. Like, how's the game?
You
this
don't
fucking
think it
hard?
would be?
Yeah. You think it'd be so easy? You go from like I don't know what was like before that was like Atari or whatever, but like
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Commodore 64 and Atari. but
yeah,
That was just Pong and
right. And you'd think that just two buttons, you have a jump and a hit. The game should be fucking easy. No fucking way.
Yeah, I have one that's tough, but I don't know if it's on the list or not. So I'll save it for later.
Okay. Yeah, Excite Bike was fun, until like your engine overheats or whatever, and you gotta let it cool down, or if you fucking flip, then your guy's gotta run back to the bike and pick it up. This next one, for 13, RC Pro Am. I don't know what that one is.
That one.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like it's a race car game.
Yeah.
Number 12, Contra.
I was gonna say Contra should be on the list with all these side scroller shooters.
Yeah, I mean we're getting down to like that top 10 here. So yeah, number 12.
Played a lot of Contra at my cousin's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Contra was
He
fun.
had it, and I was like, "It was awesome."
Yeah.
All the time.
It sucked playing by yourself, but when you're playing with your buddy,
you have to have a buddy for that.
it was super cool.
Yeah.
Especially being like, all right, well, here comes a power up. Make sure you shoot that one. It's like,
Yeah.
wait, you already got a power up, dude. I didn't even get one yet. You know,
Yeah.
one person's got the fucking triple blast and the fire one, and you're still just like the regular shot. You're like, you fucking dick. That one was mine.
I'll kill him first.
A lot of arguments over
Yeah.
fucking Contra.
That's why Contra wasn't very popular.
Number 11, Final Fantasy.
I had not played one of those until very much later in life.
Okay, which Final Fantasy was like your first one?
I started playing 7, but it
Dude.
was like. But you know what was funny is I started playing Kingdom Hearts first, and then
Okay.
I played Final Fantasy. Like once I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, dude, Final Fantasy 7's like the best Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Hands fucking down.
Yeah.
I love that one.
It's
But
cool.
we'll save that when we get to
My problem with it was the turn base. It was like, oh, because I played it so much later in life. You know?
Yeah.
Like, so I was used to just the hack and slash, like just like why do I gotta wait? What the fuck is this?
They
The turn-based system.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you played through these original ones, it was.
Oh
all
yeah.
like
That's where it
turn-based.
was like, yeah. That's why I'm like, okay.
Yep.
I know this is a great game, so I'll keep playing. But
Yeah, that's a genre that you grow up playing, and then you're like, yep, cool.
yeah, Final Fantasy VII is like a tier on its own.
Yep. I mean, we'll dive into Final Fantasy VII when we get to the PlayStation episode, but I think it was like Final Fantasy, I want to say 10 for like PS2 was like the first one where it was just the live action fighting. Like,
Where you could
didn't
actually
have-
fight,
Yeah,
yeah,
you didn't
yeah.
have to do turn-based
I think
anymore.
I started playing 7, then I jumped to that one for a little bit. Yeah.
Uh-huh. They
Because everybody's like, oh yeah, you can do that in 10. I'm like, all right, well let's get 10.
Yep. Because
And then I put down 7 and I never went back.
Dude, that story is fucking incredible, and the soundtrack is so awesome. Yeah, I think they did that for a little bit, and then they went back to the turn-based. I think right around maybe
14.
I think even sooner. I think like 12 or
Okay.
13. I think one of those they finally switched back to turn-based.
Yeah, maybe it's like the Mario 2 and Mario 3. It's like, that wasn't as fun for people. Let's go back to the one
Yeah,
that really likes.
everyone loves Final Fantasy for the turn-based.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're at the top 10 here.
Okay.
Number 10, DuckTales.
Woohoo.
I was just about to do that.
You have to.
Yeah.
It's like,
Woo.
if somebody says the word DuckTales, you gotta, woohoo.
Yeah.
That game was hard as shit.
It was hard as fuck.
You would think, like, all right, cartoon game. This gotta be fun.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
No, it's not. None of these games are fun.
Oh yeah. No. The funny thing is that on the Steam, there is like a classic area where there are
yeah.
some like Nintendo, some Super, some games you can
Yeah.
buy, and they had DuckTales on there for like $4 or $5.
Okay.
I'm like, duh.
I mean, you'd be better as an adult now.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
But it's like remastered.
Oh.
So like it's still fun,
Mhm.
but now it feels too easy. And I don't know if it's because it's been 30 years since I played the game, the original one, or they just made it easier as this remastered version.
What's funny is like when with all these remastered and like emulators and stuff like that, like you can pick up like say you're just playing like Mario or whatever, you can go right. It's second nature. You know exactly where to hit the spaces, and it's burned into your system. Even 30-something years later.
Oh yeah,
it's still burning your mind.
Like all like the different like secrets and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Especially, well, I think there's a game that we're gonna be coming up here. I see on the list, but back to like that Castlevania game.
Yeah.
There's certain walls that you could fucking hit, and it would break down, and it would give you like there's like health in there,
right?
Or, like extra money and shit. And it's like,
but you know how to beat everybody who plays the original Nintendo knows how to beat the first Mario level, and hasn't played it in 30 years.
Yeah. Dude, that's so funny. That's right, dude. You know,
it's like you know exactly when this guy's gonna pop up and where this guy's at.
Yeah. Coming in at number 9, Bionic Commando.
Never heard of this one.
That was the one that I played a lot too.
Okay.
Just kind of like your side shooter game, but you have like this like hook that you can grab onto certain things and like swing over gaps, or you can like grab like the floor above you and like pull yourself up.
Gotcha.
But that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was a cool one. Bionic Commando. I remember that one. Number 8, Dragon Warrior. This one I don't know what this one is.
Double Dragon?
No, it just says Dragon Warrior. Let's pull this up and just see.
Sounds like it's probably an RPG.
Could be. Let's see what we got here. Dragon Warrior. There's probably people sitting on there right now going, God damn it. Dragon Warrior's this game. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh, no,
you tell us how cool it is if you want to call in.
Yeah.
440
363
0121.
Nice.
It's usually Dragon Quest.
It keeps calling it Dragon Quest, but even like the wiki page shows the Dragon Warrior game, but it says like parentheses Dragon Quest.
Well, Dragon Quest is a huge series.
Okay, but was like an original. The
original Dragon Quest was on.
I remember seeing this game cover for Dragon Warrior, but like trying to like pull up like screenshots of like the game. Nothing's coming up.
Yeah.
Let's see if I.
Is it like?
Okay.
Oh, it's part of the Dragon Quest.
Okay, I see. So it looks very Zelda style.
Okay.
From what I see from.
All right, the first game was
here.
released in Japan in 1986 on the Nintendo, and in North America as in 1989 as Dragon Warrior. So it is Dragon Quest.
Okay.
It's just
the American version.
The American version was called Dragon Warrior.
Gotcha.
And then they went back to like the original name.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's not one that I played at all.
I just know of the series, but like
I remember seeing that cover for it.
Yeah.
Before I move on, did you ever go to like Toys R Us to like get a game?
For other people.
To like buy a game?
Yep, for birthday gifts for other people.
Okay.
Not for us.
Okay. So do you
It was a lot of window shopping.
Fair
Mom
enough.
Boy was not about spending a lot of money for us.
Sounds like it. Damn it, Mom Boy.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here. Do you remember like they just had a wall of just like a printed out thing of the cover of the game,
yeah.
and then they
You
had
have to go to the
they had the piece
counter.
of papers, yeah, like in like a little
Yeah,
like a little sack thing.
Yeah.
yeah. There would be like I don't remember how much fucking games cost, but you'd pull
Oh,
it
it probably
out,
was like $30-40.
and then you take the paper where
up to the counter, and you go like, and the guy would get the game for you.
because it was like a boxed in, like he was like completely
because people would have pocketed that shit back in the day.
It just had like a little window.
I mean, they're not huge. Yeah, they're awkward, but they're not huge. You could put it easily in a jacket pocket.
Yeah. But yeah, it was basically like a little window, like it's like you're going to like a movie theater.
Yeah.
You know, then you're just like, oh yeah, here's like the ticket, and because like, and if there was none in there, they were out.
Yeah.
So you're like, you wanted to go up there to buy, Castlevania, and you're like, oh no, they don't have any left.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Got to go to the other Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, all those places are gone now.
Yeah, it is wild.
Like I remember years ago going for my buddy's daughter's birthday. I was like, all right, I'll go pick up Toys R Us, and this is the dying days of Toys R Us. I was like, oh man, now I don't even know where to buy gifts for kids for nieces and nephews. I'm like, well, thank God for Amazon now.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. Just buy everything online now.
pretty much,
Takes away from the experience, so it sucks.
but it makes it a lot easier.
It does make it way more convenient.
I can do all Christmas shopping in about a half hour.
Yeah, very true. Okay, number 7. This game, holy fuck. Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh yeah.
You spend time playing Punch Out?
Yeah, little bit.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever beat it?
No, nah. Well, not until the Wii version of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but not like the remake of Punch Out. But
Yeah.
not without Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Because Mike Tyson got in trouble there.
Oh.
Yeah, they took him off that. I mean, if you had the Mike Tyson version, it was like the original version, but like after a while, I think they took it down. I don't know if it was, or maybe when they remastered it, it was like no Tyson
Yeah.
because of all the rape allegations and stuff like that.
Yep. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a game I remember playing it with my dad.
Little Mac.
Yeah, and I remember my dad getting to a point, and I'd be like sitting next to him like on the couch, and he's playing through it, and just losing his mind when he would fucking die, to the point where like, I mean, I had to be 7 or so like that, and he would get so mad that he'd like try snapping the controller in half.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad's kind of like a big dude, and like I just remember hearing the controller being like. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Don't fucking break
my
controller,
dad's.
dude.
I was like, he's so strong, he might break my controller. Then we're all fucked.
My dad could beat up your dad.
Yeah. That game was so fucking hard. I've never beat it.
Yeah, it's so hard. You can't beat. Tyson was always hard.
Yeah, I don't think I think the furthest I got was Soda Popinski, which I think is like
The second to the last
there's
one?
there's him. Then
Slash
there's
Joe.
no, but this is at the end. Yeah, it's like Soda Pop, I think, and then somebody else, and then Tyson. I think the order is. Are you gonna pull it up?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Okay, let's see if I can remember this. So there was Glass Joe in the beginning, right? And then there was like the magician guy. Is that right?
I think so. I think he was later.
I'm trying to remember who was right after Glass Joe. I guess I can wait. I'm just trying to guess. Then there was like the Asian dude, the Japanese guy.
All right.
And then Bald Bull was in there too.
Yeah. All right. So starts with Glass Joe.
Okay.
Then Von Kaiser.
That's
German fighter with
the mustache. Yeah. Okay.
Piston Honda.
Okay, that's the Japanese guy.
Don Flamenco.
Oh, that's the guy that had the rose hanging out of his
Yes.
mouth. Okay.
King Hippo.
King Hippo.
Great Tiger. Who's
That's
like the Indian guy
Yeah.
with the turban. Bad Bull. Or Bald Bull.
Bald Bull. Yep.
Then Pista Honda.
You had to fight him again. I think you had to fight him and Bald Bull
And then Soda Pop.
twice. Yeah. So
Bald
okay.
Bull. Don Flamenco again.
Oh.
Then Mr. Sandman.
Oh, Sandman.
Super Macho Man. then Mike Tyson.
Okay, so then I did get to Sandman.
Okay.
Sandman is the one I couldn't beat. I couldn't get him because I know, yeah, that, and then it was, what, you said Macho Man?
Super Macho Man.
Super Macho Man, and then Tyson.
Then Tyson.
Yeah, I couldn't get past Sandman. But I've watched Moldavort beat through it.
Nice.
And I've watched, I mean, there's the code, right, to get the Tyson.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's like, because, like, yeah, you could type in, like, the password or whatever.
Okay.
And it's like a 9-digit code or something. But, yeah, that'll take you right to Tyson.
It's not the Konami code, is it?
What's that?
The up, down, left, right, A, B, select, start.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not that.
Okay.
No, it's like actually, because like after in Tyson, there was like after the first 3 people's like stage 1,
Yeah.
right? And then it shows Little Mac running while his coach is like on the bike, and then it gives you while he's running through, I'm assuming Philly or whatever, the whole Rocky situation.
No, it wouldn't be based on Rocky.
And then they would give you like a 9-digit code. And then that's your password, so you'd write that down. So if you died in like the second stage of the next 3,
Yeah.
and you had to leave because you couldn't save games back then,
Oh, yeah.
then you could just put in the password, and then it would bring you right back to that second phase.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why a lot of people didn't beat those games, is because who had the time to sit down and play 18 hours straight of video games.
Well, that's what they had the passwords for.
That's true.
Because there wasn't save slots, there wasn't memory cards, there was none of that. There was like, here's the password, and it'll bring you right back to where you died or where you left off. So
that's awesome.
And then like Castlevania games, that one was like a grid. It was like a 9-square grid, and you had to like
the right combination number.
Yeah, and it's like, but they were all different symbols. It's like this boomerang, and then the second spot's like the holy water. Then the third one's blank, and then you have to have this, the axe. It was just like a whole fucking thing. I remember having so many pieces of paper with like drawings of like the 9 squares and like drawing like a little axe and like putting an X for the boomerang.
The Tony trying to culture. You just playing Castlevania.
Yeah. Number 6, Metroid.
The big shocker, it was a female the whole time.
Yeah.
I did play it, but I know, the whole lore.
I played it briefly when I was a kid, and I think I might have played one of the other ones as I got a little bit older, but I was never really big in the Metroid
Yeah, it
games.
was a side shooter.
Yeah. Which, I mean,
it was just a shocker that it was a female the whole time.
Yeah. Because you gave her a shocker?
Yeah. I don't know if that was like based off of Ripley.
I don't know.
From Aliens. Well, I don't know which one came first, but like, I think one based the other one off.
Interesting.
Because like nobody thought Sigourney Weaver, going in, like you not realized that she's the main character.
Yeah, because like back then when like they had the heroes, the action stars were always dudes. So when you had her in there, you weren't expecting her to be the actual hero.
Yeah, but I think there's some kind of tie between Metroid and maybe it is just comparison, but I don't know.
Interesting. I'll have to look that up. All right, top 5 here. Number 5, Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. This one was kind of back to the original style, but just tougher.
Yeah.
Same shit, though. But better story, kind of a little more fun.
Do you have a favorite out of those 3?
Out of those 3, because those 3 were for Nintendo. The 4th one I really love for Super.
Is the 4th one Super, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have that one. I would say... I mean, the OG one I still think is probably the best.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the third one it could be a little more fun, but I think the first one's still the best out of the 3. I did have a lot of fun with that second one, but I kind of cheated the whole time because I was like, well, what am I supposed to do here? And I just followed like a walkthrough as I played through the game because I had no idea what I was supposed to do. I'm like, I just want to fucking beat this game.
I love and hate that kind of sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will sit there with a guy like hit pause, read it real quick, and then go back to playing it.
Yeah.
Even now. But like I was playing a game like that yesterday. It was like I missed like a collectible or something like that. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking play this whole game. Like I'm just gonna play through it, and then what I miss is what I miss. Whatever. I'll come back to the chapter select.
Yeah.
But I'm just like I kind of miss those games like just playing it to play.
Just to play all that. You don't need a guide or anything.
A lot of those text-based games, like would be like you have to like hit the right part of the conversation to keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Like
you got to talk to everybody.
You got to have
the
right
village.
combination of like the potion and then the magnifying glass to make something happen.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm not enjoying those games. I'm just basically just following a guide. I'm like, okay, cool. I got 100% awesome.
Has there any games that you beat playing through regularly, but then like went back and played like with a guide just to try to get everything like 100%?
No, maybe. No,
No.
maybe like Assassin's Creed or something like that.
Okay.
Just to go back to get like I rolled credits, but I want to get like all the collectibles.
Go back. Yeah. So that was also kind of fun with the newer games too, is that once you beat it, you still have everything and you can kind of just go back through.
I'm doing that with the Star Wars, the One Jedi game right now. So
yeah.
It's just like one of those. All right, when I got time to pull up the YouTube video because I'm not gonna fuck around.
Yeah.
I already fucked around with it, tried to find it once.
Yeah.
But it was like also like sometimes you go back to those areas and now you have a new power that's unlocked that can unlock that door versus where you didn't have it at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
That's what I said. With like a lot of the Castlevania inspired a lot of video games like that.
Oh fuck yeah! I mean that's why there's a whole genre for games now called like Metroidvania.
Yeah, Metroidvania.
Yeah, which is dope.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4, Mega Man 2.
Really?
Yeah. People loved Mega Man, dude.
I'm getting a little worried about this list. These last 3 because there's a lot of games that are real good that aren't going to fit in the.
I know. This is just off the one site that I got here.
You're wrong.com.
Number 3, the original Super Mario Bros.
I was gonna say, where the hell was all these Mario games?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
classic.
Oh yeah.
Number 2, Legend of Zelda.
Okay,
so again,
yeah, I would
didn't
say
really
everybody
play too much
loved,
Zelda.
but that was like, yeah, top.
Did you play these like newer Zelda movies or games?
I just played a little bit of a newer one. I
like
ran
on the
around for
Switch,
45
I
minutes. Yeah, and it was like I didn't really do anything. I'm like, all right, I'm kind of just getting through like the puzzle parts, but I'm like, and I know there's a lot of puzzles in Zelda and all that, but like, I'm just kind of bored with this.
Yeah.
I'm like, it ain't for me.
I didn't play any of the new ones. I watched Moldavort play. And here again, I'm going to bitch a little bit more. I also fucking hate the genre of games where your weapon fucking breaks.
Oh.
And then you have to fucking do shit and like
well, sometimes they do
rebuild
that
it
for the sequel. Like, like, hey, you had all the weapons and like, well, we got to take it away from you again.
Well, yeah,
start the sequel.
Yeah, but like in the first Zelda that came out for the Switch, the one that like everyone's obsessed with.
Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was watching him play, and then he's like, "Fuck, my sword's not going to last much longer." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then he's
That's
like,
where I was at. I was
Yeah.
like, what the? Like, to be fair, I haven't played a whole lot of Zelda games, so it was like I don't know the whole,
Yeah.
point of it. So it's like, oh fuck, all right.
"Yeah." I'm like, "This is so fucking dumb."
Yeah.
I had this
If I
finally
had
got
an
this
actual
dope ass
sword-
weapon.
Well, a sword is not gonna fucking break.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I spent so much time looking for this sword,
Yeah.
and I get to use it in like 2 fights, and it fucking breaks. I'm like, "Fuck this, dude."
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I hate those fucking games.
Fair
I'm
enough.
sure there's a lot of people out there that love these games and call me a pussy, but I don't care.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Nerds.
Whatever, nerd. Number 1 game on this list. What do you think it is?
If it's not Mario 3, I don't understand it.
Sure is.
I
Super
bet I was
Mario
like,
3.
where the fuck is Mario 3? That was the best one out of all of
That
them.
was the best fucking Mario.
Now, here's one thing I always wanted to do when I was a kid. 'Cause everybody went to the fucking warp pipes and then jumped like level 8 to be. I was like,
Just to get to
what
the
about
lava
just
level?
going through all these other levels? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, people worked fucking hard on these levels.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Even as a kid, I thought that. I was like, what the hell? Why don't we? Let's drag this out and like make it worth our time.
yeah. I mean, I played through it multiple times, obviously, and I've played through each of the worlds.
Yeah.
And some of them really suck balls.
I think that's
but-
why everybody jumped through it.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite world?
Not one that comes to the top of my head.
My favorite was, I think, World 4, where everything
Mhm.
was super huge.
Yeah,
Where everything was like really big. I was like, this is the coolest level.
Yeah.
But then like there's like the sky level and the ice level and all that. And there's so many fucking cool secrets just in like the first. You get all 3 whistles, I think, in the first 2 worlds.
Okay.
and then use those to fucking float your way through. Because like at a point, like I'd use one whistle to like get me to like world 4,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would use another whistle to get to like the last like the final like world
Yeah.
7 or 8 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Everybody would jump like 4 to 8, and then beat Bowser at the end.
Mm-hmm. But just the raccoon tail to fucking fly.
Oh, that was tits back in the day.
Yeah, that was the coolest
so
fucking
clutch.
thing. And then also the was like the well, how did you like the one that turns into a statue? It was like the gnawed leaf or something like that.
Yeah.
And then if you didn't move, you turn into a statue. You couldn't get hurt.
I think so. Yeah.
And then there was like one of those worlds too where the floor there's like those like black plants that are like chewing, like they're chomping.
Oh
but
yeah,
you can
yeah,
get
yeah,
into
yeah.
like that boot and kind of like you
Right.
can jump across them and
But if you don't have your CRTV set to the right channel, like right thing, you don't realize that's a fucking.
yeah.
Like I just thought it was black on one person's TV. Like I was at my buddy's house, and like you gotta get your TV fixed, dude. that's the chompers. Like you can't just run through.
No.
I just thought it was like a black bar. I'm like, okay, cool.
And then dead.
Yeah, I got dead immediately.
Oh man. Did you ever play what about Tecmo Super Bowl?
No, I didn't play that one.
Oh dude, that was such a fucking awesome game. That was
Yeah.
so fun. I think if I had a regular Nintendo, I'd go back and play that. I'd definitely buy that one. I should look into it.
So I googled just the top like games, and there's a few here that aren't on that list that I definitely think need shout outs.
Okay.
Duck Hunt.
Oh yeah. Classic Duck Hunt. Yeah, because you got to have the fucking gun, dude. That was also
Yeah.
fun as shit.
And you gotta go super close to your TV because you thought it
Yeah.
was gonna be easier. And you're
Yeah.
scratching the shit out of your TV.
Right. The sensor stops working so well.
Yeah. Dr. Mario.
Oh yeah. That's like the Tetris style, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Tetris is another one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about Tetris.
Yeah. Donkey Kong.
Oh, the OG Donkey Kong
Mhm.
with Mario and jumping over the barrels and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. None of those games were on that list, were they?
Well, because this was the top 25 bests according to this
Okay,
website.
well, fuck that, because
Turtles
Turtles fucking awesome.
No, Turtles 1 was a fucking bitch.
Back at Turtles in Time?
That's super.
Oh, was that Super?
That's a different episode, my guy. That game was
All right.
fucking
Well,
amazing.
teaser for next episode.
Yeah, that game was amazing, dude. I love Turtles in Time, but that's super.
You know what's funny is I just downloaded place. They have the all the Turtles games in one collection.
Do they?
Yeah, it's all for free. I was like, hell yeah!
You might as well.
Monthly game. I'm like, all right, I'll try this out. I haven't
Yeah.
tried it yet, but I was like, I'm thinking, I'm like, is this like where it's gonna trick me again? Where I'm like, oh yeah, that game was easy back in the day, and then I'm like, nope, this fucking sucks.
No, I'm telling you, dude. Turtles 1 was fucking sucked, man.
Yeah,
It's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't played it in probably 10 years, but even trying to play through it as like an adult, like I'm like, dude, this game blows.
unless I got a game.
I mean,
Genie.
it's fun. Yeah. I mean, Turtles 2 was the arcade style, so that one was fun. And I think Turtles 3, I feel like was pretty similar to the
yeah, they
second
were all
one.
pretty much the same.
Yeah, and then but Turtles in Time. Oh yeah, I can't wait to talk about that on that when we do our Super
That
Nintendo
was
episode.
super then.
It was
Okay.
100% super. Yeah.
It all blends together sometimes. 'Cause-
Yeah. Let's see. Here's another thing. I found the top 15 hardest games to play.
I can tell you one of them.
Go on.
Battletoads.
Battletoads is on here.
I was gonna say Battletoads looked fucking sweet as a kid.
Yeah.
This is like, all right, cool. It's these '90s dudes with like sunglasses on, and I'm like, all right, that's sweet. And then you play, it's like, dude, how the fuck do you get past like the third level?
Yeah. 11 through like 15, we've already kind of gone through. As like there's like Punch Out and Turtles and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run through these here. Number 10 was Final Fantasy, which
Okay.
we played through. Number 9, Bayou Billy.
Never even heard that one.
That one is like basically a Crocodile Dundee version of like Double Dragon.
That's not a game. This is a game.
You call that a game? No, this is a game. Dude, good one. Contra, all saying like, I mean, again,
Unless you had a good partner,
yeah,
and you never lose that good partner.
right. Couldn't fucking get through it. Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh yeah.
That was also pretty tough. I even tried playing through it. We were at the old no, the 16-bit or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was playing the arcade version.
That's how I beat Simpsons arcade
Yeah.
game because my
Unlimited credits.
well, I'm credits. Yeah, might as well. I always wanted to see what the ending looked like.
Yeah.
I never got past like the third level without running out of quarters.
I do miss those. Like, we'll save that for another episode. But like those arcade, we'll do an arcade one too. But yeah, like the X-Men and the Simpsons and all those. Yeah, those were so fun. When you got you and your buddies all there, all fucking playing. So cool.
You bumped me, dude. What the fuck?
Number 6 is called The Immortal, but I don't know what that is.
Never heard of that one.
Okay, moving on. So number 5 is, Castlevania 3. I said it was a little more fun, but it's tougher than the OG.
Uh-huh.
Number 4, Mega Man. I told you these games are fucking bitches, dude. Number 3, Fester's Quests. This is the Addams Family
I was
game.
going to say Addams Family?
Yeah. When it's like a top view style, and you're Uncle Fester, and you're like walking around through like on the outside. You got to get into the house. It's a fucking
okay.
It was fucking tough as shit. I don't even think I'll remember how far I even got in that. Battletoads is number 2.
I mean, you have to be. It's
Yeah.
one of the toughest ones.
Yep.
What's number 1?
Silver Surfer.
The Marvel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever play that one?
No, never knew it existed.
Silver Surfer was hard, and I think the Incredible X-Men or whatever it is, like they
The arcade one?
No, for the regular Nintendo was also like a hard fucking game. I actually think it might be in the like tops of like the worst games of Nintendo.
Oh.
It was. I remember being a
funny
kid.
Story about that. But
I remember being a kid and my dad walking up to the store, and it was basically kind of like a GameStop, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Cool, X-Men. I love X-Men. Let's get this game." Went home, tried playing it, hard as fuck.
Yeah.
And just like, well, I don't like this.
Well, just
We
open
fucked
for
up.
the credits for the sweet song.
Yeah.
Speaking of worst games, have you ever heard or see the documentary about the worst Nintendo game of all time?
I have not seen this documentary.
So E.T.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They made so many, and eventually the company ended up filling it up in a landfill.
What?
And then, yeah. They dumped all these E.T. games because it was so bad. Like, nobody was buying it, and they made way too many.
Oh, my God.
Because E.T. was a huge hit.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, okay, it's a cash grab. Everybody's going to buy the E.T. game.
Yeah.
And it was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I never played it.
Oh, no. I didn't know it either, but I just saw I think IGN put the documentary out years ago, but it was like they went to the landfill and found a bunch of cartridges.
No way.
Yeah.
Sick. I'm going to have to look into this because that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That was let's dive into that. Nintendo was definitely a time where they kept making video games from movies.
Oh, yeah.
And TV
it was a cash grab for anything. You
Yes.
had any kind of cartoon, any kind of movie game, Dick Tracy, Ghostbusters,
Home Alone.
Michael Jackson had a fucking video game.
The Moonwalker, the Goonies.
Oh, I'm sure there was a good
Oh
one.
yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take a look. Let's pull up a list here.
Did you ever play any weird games? Just as a sidetrack.
Weird in what way?
I don't know. Like my buddy up the street had his mom wanted to got excited and found a Bible video game.
Actually,
They want to say Bible Tales or some shit like that. I don't remember what it was called, but
I think that's also in all like one of the top like worst games Nintendo ever made.
it was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, like you get to be like Moses, I think, in one part of it.
All right, cool. Am I gonna kill somebody? No. Am I gonna get a locust? No. Fuck. You took all the cool parts of the Bible out.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Jesus.
Let's see. Oh, they did Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
And they did 2 and 3, which I think the 2 and 3 is also voted for one of the worst games ever made.
I'm sure.
Batman for Nintendo, I liked that one.
I just bought that like 4 or 5 years ago, or 5-6 years ago at a Comic-Con.
Did you?
I was like,
the actual cartridge?
Yes, I have the actual cartridge. I've never played it, but I have the actual.
You don't have a
cartridge.
Nintendo to play it on?
I think I do. If not, my brother stole it. I can get it back.
I liked that one.
Yeah.
I think that one was actually fun. Like that one was kind of something
It was on the list. I forgot it was on the list of on the Google searchers top games.
nice. And I don't know. Let me see if it's on this list, but one just came to me. Darkman.
Never heard of that.
You never seen the movie Darkman?
No, I don't think I saw that.
Okay, it's a cool like '90s flick. It's Liam Neeson.
Okay.
And just kind of like an action revenge kind
For
of
whatever
thing.
reason, I thought I'm thinking that it was Blank Man.
Oh yeah.
I was like, Darkman. I'm like, well, 90s were kind of racist sometimes.
Yeah. Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Blues Brothers. Remember the Blues Brothers game being really hard.
What do you do there?
It's basically like playing like a fucking
The movie plot?
no. I mean, kind of, but
Or is it like
it's like playing Mario.
It's
but
like the Michael Jackson one where you got to go through and just attack random
it's a side
enemies.
scroller and just kill enemies and get to the next level. It's like all Nintendo.
But we
games,
just put the Blues Brothers over.
yeah,
it.
yeah. You're just the characters of the Blues Brothers. Die Hard. Oh my God, I almost forgot about this. Friday the 13th. Did you play that?
No.
Oh my God, that should have been on this fucking list for one of the hardest games ever played.
Really?
But you get to like, I don't know, let's say 6 camp counselors you get to choose from, and they're all in different areas of the camp.
Oh, I do remember this game.
And
yeah.
it's like you side scroll, and you can go into like a cabin. You can kind of look around. You have to find certain things. You get like a lighter, and like you fucking pick up stones, and that's like
But
your
you
weapon.
gotta get there before.
But there's a time during the game where it starts beeping, and then you hit pause, and there'll be like one of the characters who shows their dot on the map will start blinking, and that's telling you that Jason is like trying to kill them. So you have to like hurry up and get over there and
To
try
save
to
your friend?
to fight Jason in like a cabin before they kill your friends, because it's also a character that you get to use. So you're also like losing a person to use too. But holy fuck, that was so hard.
Imagine.
It was so hard to play.
Have you played the new remake ones, like you play online with your friends or whatever?
Yeah,
and,
where
like
you
you
get
be
to-
Jason
yeah.
or you be camp counselor.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun for a little while. It's easy to get
It
bored
depends
of.
on what group you have.
That's also true. Playing with strangers, like, it's okay. But
Yeah,
when you're with, you got
if you gotta play with the right buddies, like,
yeah, it
fuck
could
you,
be-
dude, I'm Jason.
yeah.
I was Jason last night. All right, you gotta be.
Ghostbusters, yeah, and Goonies, Gremlins, Home Alone, Hook. Hook was fucking tough.
Rufio,
to do.
baby.
Yeah. Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
Jaws.
Oh, I remember the Jaws ones.
Uh-huh.
I think I had a neighbor that had to do the Jaws one, so I was like, okay.
Yeah. Jungle Book, The Little Mermaid. I remember playing that with my cousin. I don't remember that being too bad. But again, I was probably like 8 or 9 at the
But
time.
that could be also one of the ones that was one of the few Disney ones that weren't hard, like DuckTales or
Yeah.
something else.
True.
Yeah, Tailspin and all that other shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Tailspin ones. Yeah, that was also tough. Mad Max, I didn't play for Nintendo.
No.
But they did come out with the Mad Max game for PS2 or 3?
3.
Maybe is it 3? That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I had a blast with that one. Rambo, I remember that being hard. RoboCop, that was hard as fuck too.
Yeah.
Terminator. Oh, were you gonna say what?
I was about to say, was that just RoboCop in general? Like, how was that? Like, that was kind of pushed towards for kids.
Yeah.
But like, if you watched it, the first 30 seconds is like awful for children. Like,
Yeah.
how the fuck did this? We might have to do an episode where like movies that were probably way too inappropriate when we were kids.
100%.
Yeah.
For sure. We'll have to write that down. I love that. That's a great idea. Terminator.
Yeah.
Now, is this like the arcade one, Terminator?
Probably.
I don't think I played one for Nintendo, unless they're kind of referring to like the arcade.
It
Unless
might
it
have
was
been
the same
like
thing.
there's a lot of those games were like you either played them on like at a certain point they were putting them out for Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's where I was kind of confused like which one's on which system. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, and it could have been the arcade one that it was dumbed down enough that it can go on the Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So who knows?
You're probably right. Top Gun.
I remember the cartridge. I don't think I ever played it.
I think I vaguely remember it,
Yeah.
but I don't remember playing it a lot.
I'm guessing all the Star Wars games back then too were damn near impossible.
I didn't know that they had Star Wars for like Nintendo.
I think they did, but I think it was more of a what's the one? Asteroids. Like,
Okay,
that's how it really was.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Total Recall, I barely remember.
Yeah,
It was
it's
just
probably just
really
another shit.
shit. Yeah. And then Roger Rabbit, I remember playing that a bunch
Roger
as a
Rabbit was
kid.
so fucking hard.
Yeah, I remember playing
You
that.
had to have a guide for that one because, like, I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in this like map area and I don't know how to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've hit every button and I don't understand it. Probably because I didn't have the right combination of something.
Oh, of course. Yeah. And yeah, again, those games are like you didn't have the fucking internet, so you had to go to the store to buy a fucking guide, or you knew somebody that already beat it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean those were fucking. And then I remember Wayne's World. That was also just shit.
Is that just another side scroll? You
It's
just
just
beat people
yeah,
up
yeah, yeah. They would have like little clips of them, you know, like
Uh,
doing like the Wayne's World, you know.
mhm.
But then yeah, same thing. You're just side scrolling, throwing shit at enemies, and you know,
Yeah.
just shit. It's like playing like the Turtles game.
I always love the booklets in there. Like I would be at my friend's house, like they're playing the games. I'm almost sitting there reading the fucking backlog about what these characters are and everything, like
Yeah.
what
Oh,
they're supposed to look
yeah.
like, and when they like the 8-bit version on the screen. Like,
Yeah.
I think you missed the mark on this one.
Pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
The Goonies game I played a lot through that one.
Okay.
That one was kind of fun, but it was definitely hard as shit.
Yeah.
You have like a yo-yo as like your like weapon, and you got to fight spiders. Like it wasn't really much really to do with the movie, for the exception of like
You play as Chunk.
no, you played as Mikey,
Okay.
but like yeah, you had to go and like find your friends. But it's like one of those things where you have to go. It's a side scroller, but like you go into like a door, right? And then it's got this eerie music, and it's like, do you go left? Do you go straight? This door is
Oh.
locked. You need a key, you know. And then like then you're fighting like the
Gotcha.
Fratellis and stuff like that. It's tough, but
Yeah.
did you ever have or use a Power Glove?
I'd never had one.
I didn't have one either, but
I had a
friend that
buddy
did.
much later in life, that like high school friend that had one, and I was like, we have to hook this up, and we just never did.
It was I don't remember really like understanding how the whole thing worked.
I don't know. I think it was just a cash grab.
I think
like,
it was supposed to be really good for certain games.
Oh yeah, it's just like Duck Hunt. Like they bought that. They want you to buy the gun, but like it was only for Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
It was like you couldn't use it for like Contra or anything like that.
But I felt like that they were trying, like they said that you were able to like use it for certain games. Like,
Yeah.
For like other, you know what I mean? The ones that it wasn't originally meant for, but I think I was too young to really understand how it fully
My mom
worked.
was definitely not gonna buy me one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, we were too poor to fucking have one of those, but
Yeah.
I had a friend that had one, like the rich kid down the street.
Oh yeah,
And
the one who has everything.
yeah, and I still couldn't figure out like I don't understand how this fucking thing works, or the game that you're supposed to use it with.
Yeah, it's
like
a fucking T9
it-
calculator on your arm.
yeah, and like it just or the game we couldn't get the game to work or whatever the
Yeah.
case is. Yeah, we never had that. Although there was one point that my dad, and I don't know if he just thought it was funny or whatever, but he bought like it's kind of like an arcade style controller. Like it had an actual joystick,
Oh,
and
okay.
the buttons, the A and B buttons were
were
like
bigger. Yeah, I remember
that.
that.
Like
I
a
remember
half
there was
dollar.
a bigger like original Nintendo controller that like they like the supersized controller.
Yeah, and it was just like you just left it like flat on the ground. Or
I do
table,
remember that.
And it's like the joystick, and then you had the big buttons.
Yeah,
They're like the arcade size buttons.
that'd be cool.
It was cool, but you know,
Yeah.
it'd be hilarious to like find an old treasure box of all the old
All the
Nintendo shit,
Nintendo
like
shit.
at my folks' house or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to think. Is there anything else?
Not
was,
I
like,
could think of
cool.
from original Nintendo.
Did you ever watch The Wizard?
No,
Like the kid that was like,
I know what you're talking
California.
about. Yeah,
That was really good. And
was it? Who was that?
was Fred Savage?
Fred
I think?
Savage?
Yeah, I think he was the older brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ben Savage was Corey Matthews. So
Yeah, that's the Boy Meets World.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember the one kid that like had a Nintendo, the Power Glove in there.
That's what I was known for. Was
Yeah.
yeah, the Wizard.
He's like, what is that? He's like, it's the Power Glove. It's so bad.
Yeah, that's the only thing
Yeah.
everybody even remembers about the Power Glove. Is
Right.
the Wizard. There was no game for it.
Yeah. I remember looking into that because I don't remember what games were actually good for it.
Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Because now I'm curious.
Like, I don't know if it's just we couldn't get the game working, or we tried using the game and we just couldn't figure it out, or we tried using it in a game that it didn't work for. But I remember putting it on and being like, whoa, this is so cool. Or should I say, it's so bad.
So rad.
No, it was bad.
That's true.
That's what the kid said in The Wizard.
The Power Glove was designed with Super Glove Ball and Bad Street Brawler.
Okay.
Super Glove Ball is a 3D puzzle maze game inspired by ball and paddle games like Breakout.
It makes sense.
And then it's a beat up. Bad Street Brawler is just a beat 'em up game.
Yeah. That name checks out.
But that's about it. Yeah, there was only 2 games. That was all it was.
I mean, that makes sense for Nintendo. How much does it say? How much those gloves cost back then?
I'll look it up.
In the meantime, guys, hope you enjoyed this Nintendo episode, this little flashback. If there's any games that you remember being like awesome that wasn't on the list, or games that were really fucking hard that we didn't talk about, shoot us a text, leave us a voicemail. We'll talk about it. 440-363
0121.
Hell yeah! I'm also really curious to see like
$75.
$75 in the 90s.
Yeah, which is equivalent to about $184 in 2023.
Holy shit! That's what they were going for.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, $75 in the 90s, dude, for 2 games.
2 games, and they probably sucked.
Yeah, and those Nintendo games are probably still $40, $50. I bet.
Yeah, it was a lifespan for a year.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That makes sense. Huh? You know, the thing is, though, is if they actually came out with better games, it would have lasted longer.
Oh, for sure. But
they just gave up. Like, we've already wasted enough money. Fuck it, let's move on.
You're spending
$100
on something. Yeah, I mean, there's so many games, especially later on. Like PlayStation. Like I remember there's a Tony Hawk one that had the board you could ride on.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It never worked.
I remember that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll save those. We'll dive into those for a future episode.
Later consoles.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think that's it. Unless you have anything else you want to throw in there.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, at Pizza Bagels Pod and all the social medias, listening platforms. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment to all your friends. That's a really huge help for us.
Hell yeah.
And we're trying to keep you guys entertained. So the more people you tell,
the cooler you are.
Yeah, you're so bad.
You're so original.
440-363
0121.
Nice. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.